And then trade union rights. If trade unions, working people, are not allowed to organize as they should, we are never going to do what has to be done. You know, the legislation passed by the Liberal government in 1906, over 100 years ago, is more progressive than the legislation under which the trade unions exist today. And we have to change that. Civil liberties, I don't want to be sent away for 42 days because I disagree with the Prime Minister. I don't think that's the right thing. No, and I think I've gone on a bit long, but I'm so inspired by this, and I tell you this. For the first time in my life, the public is to the left of what is called a Labour government.
Yes.
They don't want war, they don't want privatisation. So, it must be very clear for you, we have a huge audience waiting to hear what we say. And thank God, the graduates from the Tolpuddle University are uniquely equipped to tell people there is another way. And if we use our power together and wisely, we can achieve it. Thank you for asking. How do they get away with it? Well, first of all, they keep us frightened. It used to be the Kaiser, then it was Hitler, then it was Stalin, now it's the Muslims. And in a year or two, I warn you, there'll be an MI5 man in every Chinese takeaway. You know, they say during propaganda and Beijing. They frighten us. They divide us, men and women, black and white, Muslim, Christian and Jew. That's very helpful. Then the other thing they do is to demoralize us. Deliberately. I think the 11 plus examination is a classic example of governments that are determined to control us by telling 3/4 of the population they failed. I met a man the other day at 50, and I said, what are you doing? He told me, he said, I failed the 11 plus. I said, at the age of 11, the state had told him he took senior. I made a speech the other day saying he was raised to school leaving age 65. Well, and I got a curious letter from a pensioner in Liverpool. He said, Tony, I'm 92 and I've just done an Open University degree. They were raising from 100. He was very pleased. He wrote me a lovely letter back. But they demoralised. I'll give another example. A couple of years ago, I heard Tony Blair at the conference, got up to go to the loo, because at my age that becomes quite a problem, and I collapsed and was taken to hospital and given what I was told later was a peacemaker. Tony Blair wrote and said he hoped it wasn't my speech and I was too polite to reply, but the point of my when I left that hospital, I discovered that according to the Ministry of Health, that was the worst hospital in Britain. Can you imagine being a doctor, a sister, a nurse in a hospital you've been told is the worst? And then the last thing they try and do is to make it cynical. They're all like a bunch of crooks. I don't bother. They don't want people to vote. And if we get a win, and it's the message of the trade union movement, don't be frightened, don't be divided, don't be demoralised, don't be cynical. And if you get together, I tell you there's nobody strong enough to defeat us. Good luck. Thank you very much.